drop it into Chat GPT if you know that, and it'll give your sun, moon, and rising, and it gives you a lot better picture of your personality. And it's all just about energies. It's, for me anyway, personally, it's not about channeling any kind of spirits or anything. It's just more about the big energetic pulls that have acted on people for millennia. I mean, you have all kinds of ancient scripture and practices based in it. Not only that, but also not just esoteric stuff, but like quantum physics and stuff. The more I learn about it, the more all this stuff jives together. Something else, oh, you guys, something else I do on my YouTube channel is after this, when I record this and I go into post-editing, I put scriptural references with all my tarot readings, because it's like the same kinds of energies, you guys. And the reason why these tarot readings hit home with people is because how alike we are and how similar our life journeys are and our challenges and what is true and real, right? And so that's really kind of what this is all about for me. So, how do I get to my YouTube channel? So on YouTube, I'm just Tarot with Kat, and look for the purple lotus blossom. You'll see me all over there once you find Tarot with Kat, K-A-T. And it'll pop up and you should find me. I've got all kinds of shorts in there. Also, my grammar hack shorts are in there, which I have another channel that I haven't launched yet. It's going to be called Cat Cutting Class. It's more education based. It's a little different, but I also have some grammar frequency hacks, because it has to do with these same frequencies. It's all the same thing. And the crazy thing is, as an educator, as I've been working with students and learning about AI so that I can effectively teach these kids who are using this AI, I have learned more and more about how powerful words are and word frequencies. I mean, and it fascinates me anyway. That's what my undergrad is in psycholinguistics of all things. So yeah, so anyway, right now I started my YouTube experience with my tarot channel, because I've been doing tarot for over 30 years. I really love it. So thank you all for being here. We're getting ready to do our earth sign reading. And let me shuffle up my Arcanum deck. This next reading is going to be for all of our earth signs. So let's see, what are we talking? Earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And let me give these a shuffle. Yeah, so Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn moon. So here's the analogy I always use, you guys, for sun, moon, and rising. Your sun sign is like who you are. It's like your personality and your major part of your, it's the actor on the stage. Your moon sign is the private you that hardly anybody gets to see. It's the actor in the dressing room, backstage. And then your rising sign is your first impression, the very first impression you make on people. So it's like your costume. It's like the actor's costume. So that's sort of the analogy I use. All right. So this is going to be for all earth signs for the week of February, which the last week of February. So we're talking like the 21st through the 28th, or March 1st, last week of February. What do you need to know, and what card is it gonna be for our earth signs? The last one popped right out. Whoop, there you are. Another major arcana, Temperance. All right, earth signs are coming up as Temperance in the heart of our spread this week. They're being crossed as their challenge obstacle awareness by a Page of Swords. Bringing along with us earth signs down here in our subconscious tool shed, 3 cups. Stepping out of our immediate past, another page, a Page of Pentacles. In our crown up here, earth signs, let me push these decks out of here. In our crown, a Queen of Pentacles. Okay. We're stepping into, in the immediate future, first week of March, beginning of March, an Ace of Wands. I'm getting this. I'm getting what you're laying down. I'm getting what I'm laying down. Here we go. Us in our environment this week, earth signs. Ooh, we're feeling the tower. We got the tower. We are the tower in our environment. Interesting. Our environment around us, or how it sees us, our environment around us, we've got a 2 of Pentacles. Our hopes and fears sector here has more swords. It has the 5 of Swords. I'm sure that's a fear. Yeah. Huh. Final potential outcome. 8 Pentacles. 8 Pentacles. Okay, so definitely heavy pentacle focus here. Health, wealth, finance sector. And a couple of pages, which we'll get to in a minute. You got the 3 cups down here in our subconscious tool shed. And the tower is us in our environment. All right, before we get into this, let's pull our clarification or confirmation card. Let me get this up with my water. 1 minute. All right. So this card from my Arcanum deck, I gave it a special back and forth, back and forth. We will read this either upright or reverse. I really feel like it just wants to be that one. I have no idea what that is. We will read that either upright, reverse, but we'll keep it hidden until the very end of the reading, you guys, okay? Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Thank you for being here, you guys. Mwah, 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 mwah. Thank you so much. Normally here in the morning, but I was busy today, so I hopped on tonight. I'll be editing this up later. I'll drop it to YouTube, and then it will post Monday morning for the upcoming week. So if you can't stay for the old thing, or if you miss any one of these, that's where you can hop on over. Do hit the subscribe button so you get the notification. And my first 500 subscribers, I'm so happy because I was stalled just above 100 for a while, and I'm like, okay, and you need 500 on YouTube to open your member section there. So my first 500 subscribers are going to get a free lifetime membership. They're going to get like a VIP membership. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to start doing like free readings too or something for the first 500. But I love that that number now is ticking up there. So do hop on over and make sure you're one of the first 500. All right, so here we are. Middle of our spread. We're coming up Earth signs with Temperance. It's all about the Temperance card is far along the Fool's journey. I want to say it's right before the Sun, Moon, and Star. It's after the Tower. It's right after the Tower. We are the Tower. So we are practicing Temperance because I feel like we're changing things up. I think also with Earth signs, you're experiencing some new growth in some areas. Yeah, which are causing you to have to keep things very balanced between home and job, health. Your focus is on, you have a new focus on keeping that balance where you didn't before. And that's what you're practicing. And also trusting your intuition. Yeah. That's you coming up, Earth signs, in the heart of the spread this week. The Temperance card, practicing Temperance, is beautiful. It's wonderful. You're being crossed as your challenged obstacle awareness by this Page of Swords. So swords are about communication. Pages are often messengers. They can also represent people in our life who are younger people in our life. If it could be our children, even if they're not younger, it could be our children will come up as pages. Like even if you're 80 and your kid is 60 and the page is them, it'll come up as a page. Otherwise, it could be a younger person in your life. But in a general spread like this, coming up, crossing us in this general reading, I feel like it's more likely a message to be in our awareness, some communication coming around this some new opportunities that we're going to focus on, because we're focused on healing our health, wealth, finance sector. That's why the Queen is in our crown there. So there's some, I think maybe some communication, but it can also be, they're also the apprentices of the court cards, the pages. So this could also be us wanting to go back, say, for higher learning, to pursue something different. It could be that. as our awareness or our challenge. I don't see it as an obstacle at all. It could be a challenge. It could be that whatever we're considering is going to require us to go back to school or something like that. That's possible as well. We're bringing with us down in our subconscious tool shed this beautiful 3 cups. So this represents networking, social networking, little gatherings, little get-togethers, a lot of social networking. I see a lot. Depending on where it is in the spread, and who we're talking about, if it comes on, especially if it comes up reverse, it could mean gossiping, dealing with gossip and stuff, or we're bringing this with us as part of our subconscious, this social networking. I'm not quite sure how to take this. And if this was a one-on-one spread, it would really matter whether this popped up upright or reverse, that we're bringing that, all this little threes usually signify change. I feel like we've come out of maybe we've recently experienced some new social networks, and now that's part of what we're bringing with us as we're moving through the rest of this. We're stepping out of, in the recent past, a Page of Pentacles. Here we go with another page. The pages, they're powerful court cards. They rule more of the zodiac than any of the other court cards do. That just have certain signs, whereas pages rule a whole quarter of the universe, basically. And this is a Page of Pentacles. So again, this could be a message in your recent past, or opportunity in the recent past, to just start pursuing a new thing, again, that's going to improve your situation with your finances, or your or health. I feel like it might be health or financial. They often go hand in hand. And so, because look, in the crown here, up in our crown chakra, up at the top, is our Queen of Pentacles. So the queens are the court cards. Got a lot of court cards here. That's cool. And the queens are the court cards in charge of healing the past. So, and again, Pentacles, health, wealth, finances, and she is in charge. She's acquired her wealth. She's comfortable, but she's also now healing those things of the past that kept us blocked, kept us from achieving this. The Queen. So we're still concentrating on healing those things right now, because that's what's up here in our crown. We're going to be stepping into in the beginning of March, in the month of March, Ace of Wands energy. So wands are fire and passion, and aces are just the pure essence of the thing. It's the seed, it's the spark, it's before anything has ever even happened. So I feel like, we're stepping into some brand new thing that we're feeling more passionate about. And it might involve going back to school, going back to more training, so that we can get better at whatever this thing is. We're experiencing the Tower, earth signs, and this is us in our environment this week, the Tower. So that means we are totally breaking down our foundations of what we, thank you guys. Thank all of you. Oh, thank you too. Thank you everybody. And thank you for being in here. I'm in the middle of, thank you for the roses. Thank you guys for the tap it on the screen. That every little thing helps. Thank you for dropping your messages. Also, I'm sorry that I don't have a moderator yet to help get back to you guys. And if you have questions for me, a couple of people have dropped some questions. I will be going over my messages later and I'm happy to pull a card for people and whatnot. So do drop me those messages. So thank you. And I love reading who's an earth sign and when this is ringing true to you. So thank you guys so much. All right, us in our environment, the Tower. Wow, that means basically tearing down all old foundations, because we're building something completely new. And this is us. This is us in our environment. I feel like we're the ones that are kind of tearing things down. The environment around us is juggling. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Again, Pentacles, and to kind of doing the juggling thing. That's also Temperance. I mean, we are the Temperance card. So we are focused on balancing things in our life and in our environment this week because of this new passion that we've got this new passion. So it's meaning we're changing a lot of things. Just in order to rebuild, though. It's beautiful. It's great. It's so we can build a better town, build a new castle. That's awesome. Our hopes and fears, and I'm sure it's a fear, is this Five of Swords. So you've got, this is disagreements. This is arguments and disagreements, and not really trying to communicate and not being able to make the other person understand your point of view. I think when this shows up, this Five, it's important to remember, it's not always, sometimes when you win, you lose. Would you rather be right or would you rather have peace? It's not always important to try to convince everybody of your perspective and your way of thinking. Sometimes it's better just to listen to them and be introspective and let them have their opinion and not try to convince them, convert them. So I think there's a fear of maybe as you are this Tower, because you've got some new idea of passion here. You're really trying to keep that balance. You're experiencing some new training, you're going through some new kind of learning, I think, around it. You are the Queen of Pentacles, doing some healing around these things. I think you fear people not understanding you, and not communicating clearly and not communicating well and getting into arguments over it, and you don't want to do that. And so don't. Just be more introspective, and it's okay for people to have their own. We all only have our own perspective, and they're all different. It is impossible for anybody to have anybody else's perspective, and it's got to be okay, right? And us still love one another all the time. Final potential outcome, 8 Pentacles. Look at that. It's continuing to ply this trade and crank it out, whatever. And 8 is equated with strength, the Strength card. So 8 is always strength, coming into your power. So yeah, I really feel like with all the Pentacles that you've got this new passion or idea you're stepping into. So you really want to follow this. You're gonna have Temperance and balance it out. You brought some social networking stuff with you. Whether that's good or bad, I don't know. You guys can let me know in the thing. This can depends on what you're coming out of, whether that is good or bad, this social networking card, and whether it's up or down, whether it's, sometimes it's people in your workplace being jealous and gossipy and stuff like that, depending. And we're bringing it with us in our subconscious. So you must be the judge of that yourself, whoever I'm speaking to with this Earth sign reading. Great potential outcome, just continuing to grow that sector, which totally jives with the Queen of Pentacles in our crown. What might our clarification or confirmation card be on this one, you guys? It could more about the Pentacle, more about this wand, Ace of Wands, inspiration, new passion, more about advice about the 5 in your fears sector. I wouldn't be at all surprised. It would be so cool if you got like the 4 of Swords, or even like the Empress or the Priestess that you're, I don't know. Let's see. And we're going to read it either upright or reversed, whichever it is. We have another reversal. It's another page. Interesting. So this is another page. You got 3 of them now. But this one's reversed, and it stands for immaturity. So this is the Page of Wands, and it's the Page of Wands reversed, which is immaturity. This is interesting because you've got all these pages, and you're stepping into this Ace of Wands thing, which is some brand new brand new passion, brand new, could be someplace you want to move or go, or wands are action, but they're also fire and passion, and you got all these pages. And so the Page of Wands reverse stands for immaturity. It says that without clear direction, creativity stagnates, fueling boredom and impatience. Without clear direction. So you've got this thing going on. You've got this new passion. You're experiencing the Tower. It's like you're tearing down the old. Okay, cool. And you're practicing this juggling and temperance in your life right now, really trying to do the balancing thing. You're fearing misunderstandings and arguments is your fear. And your potential final outcome is continuing to, plug away at this and grow this thing. It's not a bad potential outcome. But our clarification card is this immaturity card. It's this Page of Wands reversed. And I think it's just a warning about be careful when you're following these passions, that you're being wise. I see all these pages. I'm thinking immaturity. This Page of Swords that you're being crossed by. You are Temperance, but you're being crossed by this Page of Swords. So, and your fear is this Five of Swords. So one thing about Pages of Swords, they're not always great with their words. They don't always choose them wisely. They're a little impetuous. Look at him. He's got the sword this way and he's looking the other way. And I almost want to yell at him, watch out, you're going to poke your eye out. So they can be not as great with their communication. So I feel like, that it's really important that you know what? I want to do one more. I usually don't do this, you guys, but I'm going to pull one more clarification card just for my traditional Rider-Waite deck. I want to get one more. I want to get one more clarification before we go on to our air sign reading. I have enough time to get one more clarification. Give us, what else do we need to know? What else? Tell us what else we need to know for our air signs for this week. Which one does it want to be? It doesn't want to give me just one. Come on, what do we need to know? Okay. Oh, 9 Pentacles. We had the 8 of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. I think we're definitely working on growing these Pentacles, but the 9 is also coming to the end of a cycle as well. It's not inexhaustible wealth, but she's quite happy and satisfied. So I don't know if that's further confirmation. Just watch the immaturity as you're pursuing whatever this new passion is. Practicing your temperance is beautiful. You're tearing down your tower. Good job. Just make sure you have a blueprint for the new one, is what I think this reading is telling us, you guys. So there you go, air signs. Thank you. If this rang true, make sure you hit the thumbs up. If you haven't hit subscribe, hit subscribe. If you're watching this now on YouTube, this will drop on YouTube on Monday morning after a little bit of post editing. I mentioned this earlier.